Tonight, from NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas, it's the AFC Wildcard Round on EA Sports. As we'll see Davis Mills and the Houston Texans taking on Joe Burrow and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Houston Texans. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart. But make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Burrow's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this. And now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
So out come the Texans in great starting field position. Leading him out, the former Stanford man. At quarterback, it's Davis Mills.
And there's really no underestimating or downplaying the incredible regular season he had throwing the football. When you throw for over 5,000 yards, that's a monster season. He's got an offense that's certainly capable of doing damage in the postseason as well. But he also understands that defense tends to win championships in the playoffs. He wants to find a way to set that aside and advance his team.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mills. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Mills. And again, back to Komet. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. On second down, here's Pierce. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Mills on 3rd and 2. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Darnell Mooney, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game. How about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. 5 plays there on that drive. And finishing it all off was Darnell Mooney with a touchdown reception. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. They just did manage to sneak into the playoffs as a 6 seed, so it's a tough road ahead. They know that. They would need to win 3 games on the road in January. But, hey, here's the bottom line. There's 18 other teams that wouldn't mind being in this spot right about now.
Yeah, and you had to stick it to them, didn't you? Those 18 who are sitting at home right now. But you're exactly right about that. Your point about how daunting this is well taken, because it all depends on their mindset at this point. How do they break it down so they're not looking at this whole big road and saying to themselves, we got no shot. You've got to break it down to this game right now. Win this one, then worry about the rest of them after this.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Going across the formation, he finds Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Up the middle they go. Warren. And he will have a Steelers first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. And now they will throw it with Burrow. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Burrow. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Texans are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Mills now. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Mills. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow. Over the middle, complete. It's Harris. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. And they go play action now. Burrow. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pierce, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Mills to throw it. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Play action now, Mills. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Javon Kinlaw coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long. To Pierce, they set up the screen. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the second time. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They're probably lucky to only be down 7-0 as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll start the drive with Harris. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Burrow. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Burrow looking to pass. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll make it 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And now out comes Houston. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Play fake, Mills. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Mills. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out come the Steelers. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Play action. It's Burrow. It's Najee Harris now on back-to-back plays with a catch. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3. Now it's Burrow. A throw left side, caught by the tight end, Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1, right? 52's the mic. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Let me what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Hey, Mike.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Harris. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw complete to Freiermuth.
On 1, ready?
Throwing again on second down. Burrow. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Texans force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Pierce takes it straight ahead, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mills now from the 50. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's underneath to Pierce, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Justin Madubuike. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Presley Harvin now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give him 5 on the return. And the Texans will take over. Houston's offense taking over again. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The Texans on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw is Mills. Locates Mooney on the out route. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give. Running left is Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
Big 13. Big 13.
Burrow will throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. 1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans.
At their own 24.
They'll get things started with a carry by Pierce.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. It's caught left side by Cooks. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the 1st at the 32. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Off the play fake, here's Burrow.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the 1st half, and several different guys have picked them off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Mills now looks to throw on 1st down.
And Cooks has it over the middle.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Pierce now up the middle.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Good running right there, and this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5.
Throwing, Mills. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Mills. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. T.J. Watt drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Warren, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Now Burrow. That one complete to Anderson. That's good. The completion there.
PlayStation